Bernadette Cipriani Major is the president and owner of ABC&D Consultants. The acronym is the definition of our mission. Accountability, business coaching, and development is her focus when providing business consulting for both business and medical practices. Bernadette first began her career as a certified medical assistant and has had the pleasure of working for physicians both clinically and administratively. Over the past 8 years, she has served in the academic environment as a medical assistant instructor, program director, and has held the title of Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. She has trained and developed over 4,000 adult learners and managed over 30 instructors across 7 programs. Her background and experience is extensive in training, development, and human resource strategies. Bernadette's hands-on approach is highly effective. She job shadows employees of all industries and provides professional development and career autonomy. She provides training in all areas of patient engagement and retention, accurate documentation, clinical skills, and safety, empowering the employees to perform at a higher level. Currently, she is partnering with several practices and providing management training and assisting with performance evaluation measurements, re-engineering job descriptions, updating employee handbooks, and assessing staff meetings for leadership training. She has developed 2 successful employee rewards programs that are still in effect today. She is known as the virtual HR lady and is part of the Practice Manager's Toolkit. Let's listen in as Bernadette talks about her services.
When training and developing your people, it always starts with a process. That's why I named my company ABC&D Consultants. Everything has steps, everything has objectives. In training and developing your people, there is a process and steps and objectives. Understanding your goal makes it easier for me to implement your best strategies. When I come to your operations or your business or your medical facility, I do a floor observation. And basically what that is taking a look, walls, floor, ceiling, the whole operations, the day-to-day business that you do. I look at what you do, but more importantly, I look for things that you don't do. There are inefficiencies and deficiencies in every operation and every practice because we're not perfect. So a pair of fresh eyes is important to look at what your employees are doing. Are they using their time effectively? Are the physicians using their time effectively? What is the timing of your revenue stream? How long does it take for your chart to go from the front office through the clinic to the physician to billing? What is the timeline of that process? Is it efficient? Is it effective? Are there better things that we can put into practice to make it more efficient? Those are some of the things I look at. I also listen to what your employees say to the customer or the patient. I look at the soft skills, the rapport building. I look for things to teach them on best practices. Patient retention and customer retention is key to establishing better revenue streams. This is what I do when I come in, called a floor observation. Training and development is key. Building and training people to build better business is my focus. My target is to help you perform your business at its highest level imaginable. You may think right now that your business isn't broken or that things are fine. Why not have a pair of fresh eyes come in and take a look? You'd be really surprised as to what you will hear and see. After my floor observation, I will give you a report based on my findings and also solutions on how to fix those inefficiencies. I take a look at your HR documents. Most of the time HR documents are outdated. Maybe you haven't done a job description since 2005. It's time to re-engineer those job descriptions because people are having a lot more to do on their plate. We're starting to spin more plates in our practices to meet those demanding compliances for 2014. So having those job descriptions re-engineered is important. The simplest things as a job description, office manual, employee manual teaches your employees how to be successful and what the expectation is. There are some practices that I'm currently working with that do not have any of these in place. How can we expect our employees to know how to succeed if we don't give them the roadmap of how to get there? We need to teach them what that expectation is. If you can't give employees raises because the cost of doing business is so high now, you can implement an employee rewards program. I have various amount of programs that are in place today that are effective and that boost morale. And you would be surprised as to how very little cost these rewards programs can be. So I really would like to sit down with you and learn what you have, how many employees you have, what the tenure is of your employees, and show you a bonus rewards program that is not only cost effective but can be fun. I generate reports that will help you strategize for months to come. If you can't do a lot of things right now and implement best practices now, at least we can get you a plan on what to work on first, second, and third. And it could be a yearly plan or quarterly goals. I can set you up with quarterly goals. I want to show you and teach you about ancillary services, about how to get more revenue in your operations, whether you're a business or a medical facility. There are some other revenue streams that I do offer for you to take a look at. I do train managers. I have regular managers meetings once a month, and I have staff meetings. We can either do once a month or once a quarter. Right now I'm working with a practice where I do management training once a month and staff meetings. I'm teaching the managers how to be better managers because these managers went from peer to supervisor. These managers have no formal education. They know what your practice or your operations is, but they do not know what the outside influences are and how that causes instability in your practice. It's very important to show them what a SWOT analysis is, where the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I teach managers how to look not only from the inside out, but the outside in. And it's very important to know how to build more business, be it being an office manager of a medical facility or even a beauty salon, a restaurant. It doesn't matter. Business is business. People are people. People need training, people need development, and everybody needs to learn how to be a better mentor or coach. My target is any business with 3 or more employees who wants to do better and get their operations to the next level. That's my target. My goal is to keep training and developing people to do their best at their highest level of capability. A lot of people have A employees, B employees, C employees, and D employees, okay? Everybody has to rate their employees. You can always get a C to a B, but you can never get a C to an A. I teach you how to at least get your C's to B's and your B's to A's. And I teach you how to effectively hire the best person for the job. A lot of people do not have a lot of best practices when it comes to recruitment and hiring. I can teach you also how to have some really great interview techniques to get the best person for the job. The cost of turnover with employees is thousands of dollars, and it does put strain on your other employees to train the new employees. And I can show you a very cost-effective way of how to do an orientation onboarding that is very simple. It has a checkoff sheet. That way the new employee sees how you are onboarding them, and it makes a nice fluid transition for the new employee. It helps your training employees strategize how to train that new person so that they don't forget anything in the training process. I also teach CEOs how to be better CEOs. I have a lot of colleagues who we can call in and I can refer to you at no cost. They do a lot of free consultations with their products and services. We need to look at your company as a whole. How are you marketing? How are you advertising? How are you getting the word out there? How are you keeping your patients happy, your customers happy? We can do surveys, we can do employee surveys, we can do patient surveys. A lot of surveys tells you a mountain of information on how to develop your best practices. I am a certified medical assistant for 25 years, so not only can I train and develop administratively, but I can also help your clinicians and clinically get best safe practices. I am HIPAA compliant as well, and I know about the running of a physician's office, from the front desk to verifying insurances to drawing blood to spinning urine. These practices are timely, and you need to be billing efficiently for all the supplies that you're using and all the services that you're rendering. So just taking a look at that, maybe calling it a soft audit, that would be really good too. It all starts at the top, so your leadership needs to be more encouraging and more nurturing and more mentoring. From a mentorship point of view, you can help those employees reach their goals and become better employees. So by training the managers how to become leaders, and by training the staff how to become managers, and by training people how to become better trainers, everybody has a higher elevation of higher performance. And that's what we call human capital management. The ability to manage people with their best assets, their best gifts, their best attributes, to get them to perform at a higher level is human capital management. Also, having a succession plan is important. Where are your future managers? You know, we have to look at the ranks from the entry-level candidate all the way up to the CEO. Who is next in line? Where's your succession planning? You need to think about that. And that's what I bring to the table. I bring a lot of observation, a lot of training, a lot of knowledge, and I really wish and look forward to hearing from you.